Is Hyliion SHLL currently a buy, sell, or hold? What is a reasonable share price they can reach prior to the SPAC merger completion date? What does all this lawsuit talk about? Does it hold any weight? And finally, where do they currently lie in relation to fair market value? What is up, guys? It's Nick back with Hyliion SHLL analysis and overview. In this video, I'll address all these questions and then some. I'm sorry I still don't have a lens back up and running again, so here's my video from a previous video of a video from an earlier video telling you to hit that subscribe button. The inception grows deeper by the minute. I personally hate when YouTubers talk nonsense for 5 minutes before actually starting the video, so let's just get right into it. Oh yeah, disintegrate that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Alright, to give a little background, Tortoise is a SPAC, or Special Purpose Acquisition Company, which is essentially just a shell company, hence the clever name Tortoise, and also clever ticker symbol SHLL. Haha. Shell companies act as an inactive vehicle used for financial maneuvers in the future, typically involving reverse mergers. This future financial play in question is the acquisition of Hyliion Incorporated. Hyliion specializes in Class 8 truck electrification, more specifically the design and manufacturing of hybrid suspension systems and electrified powertrain solutions for Class 8 trucks, which are semi-trucks. If that's a tad confusing, at the end of this video, I suggest watching over my more in-depth analysis of the current and future business ops of Hyliion. It might be nice to get a full picture understanding of the company and what they stand for. I'll toss the link into the description below. Okay, so the shell company Tortoise Acquisition Corp spent over 1 year searching for an ideal candidate to fulfill their investment purposes and evaluated over 200 companies, eventually finding their winner in Hyliion. They were seeing intense upside and long-term growth prospects. They want a piece of the pie, which is the EV sphere currently, and they are viewing the electrified powertrain solution as a fundamental and foundational concept in the future of Class 8 trucks all over North America and the world at large. So Hyliion and Tortoise haven't actually merged yet. However, Hyliion is set to go public within the coming weeks, 17 days to be precise. And once they actually do complete this merger, I expect a lot of movement out of this share price. Once this merger actually takes place, pre-owned SHLL shares under ticker symbol SHLL will automatically begin trading under the ticker symbol HYLN. Okay, so let's jump into some financials. SHLL is currently sitting at 38 even, up 2.70% in the last trading day alone. They had a really nice week, up 18.75%, up $6 even, through the past 5 trading days. However, at one point they were up 29.75%. So why did this pullback of 8.48% occur? Well, it may be comforting for shareholders to know that no actual negative press came about resulting in this decline. This is just share movement and profit taking. So no fundamental business operative issues here. This dip was to be more than expected and is not worrisome to me at all. If anything, it is simply the share price returning closer to a reasonable entry point for new investors. The share price is clearly hitting some major resistance at the $38 to $40 level for the time being. Can we expect it to breach this resistance, or should it be expected to lay around here prior to the actual merger completion? Well, let's discuss. For one, the simple fact that this merger completion is actually taking place itself is drawing additional press, additional free advertising, is drawing in more hype into the stock price, and with it is flocking investors. There is already so much hype around EV that I really do believe we will see a swelling in the share price in the coming days and weeks leading up to the merger completion. Although the business operations aren't fundamentally changing after the merger completion, the new ticker symbol will bring with it publicity and newcomers to the stock, and I would not be surprised to see the share price get up to the mid-40s and maybe even 50s within a few months' time. I think if we see substantial nice dips in the coming days and weeks leading up to the merger completion, hopefully to the mid to low 30s, I would see this as a phenomenal entry point for long-term extreme gains. So what sets this company apart from other companies within the same realm, i.e. Nikola, is that they actually have tangible, real products that are set for distribution and delivering on an immediate basis. They are offering electrified powertrains to pre-existing semi-trucks, so companies who own fleets of semi-trucks, who want to move into the green direction, who want to optimize their products and cost efficiency, but don't actually want to buy completely new fleets, can find ideal solutions within Hyliion's powertrain solutions. These powertrains can be installed into pre-existing trucks and can really optimize performance. Hyliion also has a completely green and hybrid semi-truck of their own in their pipeline, acting as a direct competitor to Tesla and Nikola in the coming years in the EV trucking sphere. I actually cannot wait to see how this all plays out in the coming years. What a time to be alive. So this semi-truck that they have down their pipeline is called the Hypertruck ERX, and it really is quite the vehicle. It's got an intelligent electric powertrain, of course, because this is what Hyliion specializes in. Because it uses natural gas, you don't need any new infrastructure, which is poised to pull in a lot of potential companies in the semi-truck sphere. It's got a generator that recharges its batteries upon movement, which also powers its e-motor, providing optimal efficiency. There is so much promise with the Hypertruck ERX. The trucking sphere has yet to be dominated by the EV manufacturing companies, and Hyliion and Tortoise Acquisition Company are seeing intense upside being positioned in the sphere before it really takes off. I can see the share price surging in the coming years and decades once these trucks are really distributed out on the open roads and we start seeing that exponential curve to the amount of semi-trucks that are electric and run on natural gas. Alright, so at this current valuation, where does SHLL sit in terms of fair market value? Well, if we go to their market cap, or their shares outstanding multiplied by their current share price, we get a market cap of 1.107 billion. After the merger is finalized between Tortoise and SHLL in less than 3 weeks' time, there is an implied pro forma market cap of the combined companies of $1.5 billion. This is almost a $400 million delta, signifying that there is plenty of room to grow and that SHLL may be currently undervalued. When comparing SHLL to its cohort, they appear to be at a much better valued price as their competitors have extremely saturated PEs. So there are also rumors of potential lawsuits being filed against Tortoise circulating all over the internet, and I want to address this fear-mongering for a second. If you have ever looked into a merger or acquisition basically of any company ever, you can find evidence of a potential lawsuit somewhere. Weiss Law is investigating the acquisition, which is really common practice, where law offices tend to look for any scrapings off the top of the cake. Special purpose acquisition companies are often under the magnifying lens of law offices, and it's important not to get caught up in this and to realize that this happens all the time, and that Weiss Law has only released a press statement at this point, so really you do not need to put much stock into this. This will not affect the merger for SHLL Hyliion in any shape or form, so stick to the business operations, growth prospects, and share prices of companies and not outsider noise. Sorry, I'm getting heated talking about that. Anyways, everyone, I hope you found this video informative. Please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I do a ton of videos like this. You don't want to miss any of that. Keeping my subscribers informed and in the loop. Smash that like button if you haven't already for the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, guys, hopefully I have a lens next time so you can see this ugly mug yet again. In the meantime, cheers, happy trading, and I will see you next time.